Hi and welcome to another How to Make a Dinosaur post with me, Anthony James. We're going to make the tyrant lizard himself, the Tyrannosaurus Rex here. Cretaceous dinosaur, not Jurassic, but who cares? It's a lot of fun. If you want to make this, you need to start off, as we do with many dinosaur makes, with one of these lovely plastic bottles. Oh, and I haven't introduced my friend here, Reg the Raptor, who's going to assist. Aren't you, Reg?
No.
Right, I've got my plastic bottle there. That's going to make the body. What we need to do is cover it in some skin. So I've got some newspaper here, which is brilliant. Any scrap paper will do. And some little scissors here, some little safe scissors, blunt-ended. I'm going to cut down the middle of that newspaper all the way along it, like that. Because we don't need all that page. All we need is one piece like this. And just scrumple it up in the bowl, like that. That's made some nice, wrinkly dinosaur skin.
I like skin.
You like skin. Now, we're also now going to use masking tape. This is brilliant for making all kinds of models. It's not like glue where you've got to wait for it to dry. It's dry straight away. This is very sticky masking tape, and that's what you want for your make. I'm going to stick this piece of paper to the table, half on and half off like that. Try and make sure that it's a laminated table, not a varnished table. If it's a varnished table, unfortunately the tape might take the varnish off. So use a nice laminated table like this one and put your tape all the way around. Thank you, Reg. Half on and half off. Your magic word, wallop.
Wallop.
There you are. And I'm going to put the magic word on this side as well. So bit of tape.
Wallop.
Wallop, that's it. Now, as long as you've got tape all the way around, all the way into the corners, now all you do is you pull one of those corners off the table and you've essentially made a big sticky patch. Just like that. Just put that on the table, get your bottle and just roll it on to the bottle like that. And there is your very simple dinosaur body with its skin covering the plastic so you can paint it. And that's how to make the body section. The next thing are the big, powerful back legs. Now, I've got a kitchen roll here, just a cardboard tube kitchen roll. And what you want to do, just to make sure they've got a knee, squish them on the table and cut a triangle out like this. Now, when you do this, save the little triangle you cut out, because you're going to use that bit later. There's that leg shape. Get a little bit of tape and just bend it in like that to make a knee. Put your tape on there, and that's your little leg made. There's a little knee there. Do that again, and then what you do is you're going to cut this corner off. So have the knee facing forwards, and just cut the corner off like that. And again, save that bit, because you're going to need that for later. I'm going to do that again, and then I'll show you how to stick that onto the body. Right, now, you've done that, okay, and we've got the two legs there, and you can see that I've cut the two angles so that, obviously, they can do that look. So just make sure, Reg, will you stop it? You make sure that you've got that sort of both sides, so you've got two legs that will fit both sides. The next thing to do is make a tail. We like tails, don't we, Reg? So we're going to get a nice big piece of cardboard here. I'm going to cut down here. This is just an old pizza box. So I'm going to open that out. Now, you cut out a really big triangle, and this is going to make a really big tail. Most dinosaurs had very big tails. It was all about balance, but particularly T-Rex, who had such a huge head for a dinosaur, and it was all very heavy bone, so it needed a big, heavy tail. Not like you raptors, who are nice and light. T-Rex was a very heavy dinosaur, so
he only had a little brain.
He did have a little brain, and actually you have a larger brain. Because raptors are quite intelligent when it comes to dinosaurs. But you're not as intelligent as a dinosaur called Troodon, who is even more intelligent than you, I hate to say. So, I know, shocking. There's your big tail, look. Can you see I just put some tape over that triangle, fold it in half a bit like a paper airplane, and then you bend that out like that, and you have a nice big tail. I like to bend them a little bit in the middle, so I'm going to cut a triangle out, and again, it's just like when we did the legs, really. You cut a triangle out, like that, you'll just make the tail come up a little bit like that, which I quite like, so I'm going to put a bit of tape over that. Do you like that, Rex?
Yeah.
Right, like that there. There we are. So, there's our tail. Now, we're going to stick that to the body. It's a very simple process, this. All you do is...
Wallop again.
No, not this one. What we're going to do with this one is just choose a bit of the dinosaur. I'm going to use the bottle end there to put my tail on. Now with the T-Rex, try and bend your tail up a little bit like that. Okay, so I think that's quite nice. I'm going to use my own belly and just rest it on my belly and put a bit of tape round there. You get off, Reg.
Belly.
Get off, Reg. Now, round there like that to stick it on. And that really is the body and the tail all sorted out. So I'm just going to put a bit more tape there just to make sure it's nice and neat. And there you can see, there's the body and there's the tail, just like that. And now it's about sticking legs on. Actually, this is really easy, and probably easier than it is on a lot of other dinosaur makes, because there's our legs, there's our tape, and now you just put it on its side, and the join between the tail and the body, we're just going to put one leg on one side with a bit of tape. Don't worry about this straight off, just put, I mean, you need to put a bit of tape on, yes, but it's not a real worry about how this is stuck on right now. So I'm just going to put a load of tape on. And now, once you've done that, remember this bit we cut off the top? This is a little support, and you'll be amazed because it will just fit on there like that to support that leg. So wrap some tape round that, and you'll see that that's a really strong way of sticking the leg on, and come back in a moment and I'll have done both. And there, as you can see, are the two legs now attached with those little extra supports underneath. And it's those supports that really do all the work for you. And it should just stand up on a table like that. You can angle it that way if you want to, but it does get a bit complicated when you put the head on because it just tries to fall over. So I find it better just to rest it back like that. And that is the legs. Now we're going to make two little arms. The arms are actually very simple. Here's a toilet roll here. Okay, so I'm just going to squeeze it, and I'm going to cut from nearly the corner, not quite, so I'm coming in about 1 centimetre to the other corner like that, and then just stick those together. You've essentially made two little arms. Now this is out of a toilet roll. Toilet rolls have never been banned for making models. If you've heard they are banned, it's wrong. They're not banned, you can use them. I'm just going to cut those smaller, and again there's that little triangle look to bend the arm up. And there's that arm just bent together. Stick a bit of tape on, like that. It's a bit finicky this, but their arms were very small. There's that little arm. Don't do a claw yet. What you do, stick it on, and we put a bit of tape around it, like this, just around the end, half on and half off. And this is Reggie's favourite bit in a minute. We're just going to stick that down, and then you get your scissors and you just go snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. It does send him to sleep though, I don't know why. And there's our sticky little arm, and we can put our arm on like that. And that's how to do the arms. Now, when you come back later, I'll have the other arm on. However, I just want to show you the claws. Here's a claw, again, another toilet roll. Reg, wake up, Reg, you'll like this. I'm doing the claws. Now, here's the claw here, cut from one corner of another toilet roll to another corner of another toilet roll. And you'll see here, look, that very simply, they just slot on, almost, as feet, as claws like that at the bottom. Stick those on, come back in a minute, and he'll have his arms and his claws stuck on.
Over the donkey on the floor, everybody walked in dinosaur.
Right, once you've put those on, look, it should look like that. So we've got our claws now attached down here, and we've got two little claws up here, which are at the front there like that. So we've done that part of the build. The next bit is the head. The head is a similar build to what I've done before when building dinosaurs. What you do is you cut out sort of a volcano shape, quite big, because T-Rex's head was very big. So there's a sort of volcano shape. Just bend that over like that, and cut the nose off there. Just snip that corner off. use a little bit of tape, and this is the magic bit of this, just this little bit of tape on the end really helps the shape, like that, and then it's a lot of teeth. Snip, snap, Reggie's favourite bit there, snip, snap, 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 snip, snap. You get the idea. Just pull those little bits off if there are any that haven't come away. And there, look, is a jaw with teeth. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll use that and I'll stick... Reg, wakey. Right, I'm going to stick that on the bottom first, like that there, because that angle will then sort out how the top jaw fits on. Now, the top jaw needs to be slightly longer, so it's got the same bite, if you see what I mean. Otherwise, the bottom jaw juts out. So we'll need a slightly longer volcano shape. I'll do that in a moment. And there he is with the top half of his head put on and the bottom half there. And you can obviously stick the jaws on however you like. You could be gaping like this, or I've just done it sort of in a resting pose like that. So there are the legs, the body, tail, head. Now, some little details. You may remember I said just keep those little bits of card from when you cut the knees out. They're these. Now, the great thing about these is they make sort of the brow ridge for the eye. So, just put a bit of tape on, like that.
He always looks like he's frowning.
Who looks like he's frowning?
T-Rex.
The T-Rex. He does actually, because they've got this great big bony ridge above their eye. A lot of dinosaurs had it actually, and they think it was to protect their eyes. Can you see I've just cut some slots in that tape. And now, I'm going to have to probably stand for this. I'm just going to come around the front there, and you can stick that on like that, look. And that just gives that bony ridge to the eye area. That's one little thing. Obviously you do the two, but that's quite nice. You can see there it makes the eye area. And then we've got the claws here. Now T-Rex, they've got two small claws on the front. Just to save you any sort of difficulties doing that, just get a bit of tape and just twist it up in your hand like this. Make sure the very ends are twisted tightly, like that. Bend it, and there's your little claw, and those will just push in to where that little tube is there. So there's a little claw. Grab a little tiny piece of tape, so just tear a little bit off the roll like that, and just put that across the middle of the claw to hold it in place like that. And there's your little claw shape. I'll point that there so you can see the claw there, look. Now, the last nice detail is a crest running down the backbone here. You can use card to do this, you can use anything you like. Let me put him out of the way. Reg. And I'm going to use I've got some paper here. It can be card, it could be cardboard, thick cardboard, anything you've got. I just happen to have some purple paper. So I'm just going to cut a little strip out, like this. Big long strip. That'll do. I'm going to fold that in half. I'm going to fold it again. I'm going to fold it again. Depends on what you're using and how many times you fold it. Obviously, if it's thick cardboard, you might only be able to fold it once. And just go snip, 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 stop, snip, 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 stop, snip, 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 stop, snip, 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 stop, snip, 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 stop. He's gone again. Snip, 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 stop, 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 snip, 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 stop. Watch your fingers when you're doing this because you are close, and when you've undone it, you've got this lovely long crest.
Are you finished yet?
I've finished that bit because all you do now is you stick that to your table. So I'm going to put it on the table there. Grab a nice long piece of tape. Favourite word now, Reg?
Wallop.
Wallop, that's right. And just stick that to the table. There's a lot there, so I'm going to take a bit off. There we are. And you're going to put that down the back of the dinosaur. And just lie it flat. Don't worry about what it looks like yet. Lie it flat one side. Turn it around. bend it over and stick some tape this side, and that's what makes it stand up. It's the fact you put your tape on both sides. So there's some tape there on this side. I'm not sticking it perfect because that's what causes all these little lumps and bumps in it, which makes it look real. There's our sort of spinal crest running all the way down. You can go all the way to the end of the tail if you want to. I'm going to just stop it there for now, like that. So that's your crest, there's your eye, there's your claw there. Last little thing, and this isn't on this model here, but I'm just going to show you this. Quite recently, a lot of paleontologists have sort of come to the conclusion that T-Rex did have some feathers on the back of its head. A lot of dinosaurs, as we know, did have feathers. So just got some longer ones.
Like me.
Like you. Velociraptor, I mean, you had lots and lots of feathers on you, Reg. Like that. There's some longer feathers there, look. So what I do with that is, again, stick it to the table. And you can just put that on the back of the head, which I think just looks really good to give him sort of this, well, for a bit like a lion's mane. And as he was sort of the tyrant lizard, I quite like him having a bit of a mane like that. And there, really, is your T-Rex model. What you'll need to do is colour that. So now you paint it. You can paint it with emulsions, you can paint it with acrylic paints, you can paint it with poster paints, whatever. Paint a light colour underneath, that always looks good, and a slightly darker one. I've obviously gone for a green and yellow colour scheme here, and I've put black stripes on with a marker pen when it was dry. And that really is your T-Rex make. What do you think of that, Reg?
Can I eat it?
No, you can't eat it. Eat you. Enjoy making Tyrannosaurus Rex, the tyrant lizard.
Baby,